All right, that is fantastic. It's a partnership that we believe brings a lot to the way we want to serve you, our clients. Now, let's take things to the next level. When we talk about transforming manufacturing with agentic AI, and we've been talking about Champion AI, it's just not about bold ideas. It's about having the right partners, the right capabilities to help make that real. And there's no one better at doing that than AWS, Amazon Web Services. And so I'm thrilled to welcome Rahul Pathak, who's the Vice President of Data and AI at AWS. He's a global leader who spent his career making advanced technology practical and scalable for the real world impact. Rahul has led teams behind some of AWS's most powerful innovations. When you think about Amazon Redshift, to SageMaker, to Bedrock, Agent Core, he's been shaping new businesses everywhere that use data and AI to move faster and think smarter. He's been very instrumental in our collaboration, helping us bring Champion AI to life on AWS. And so together, we are making agentic AI accessible for every manufacturer, not just the biggest ones. And so please join me in giving Rahul a very warm Champions of Manufacturing welcome. Rahul. How are you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
So Rahul, thank you very much and welcome, and it's great to have you here.
It's awesome to be here. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh no, it's our pleasure, and we've been talking so much about systems of record, systems of action. One of the things when we started thinking about this transformation, for us it was very clear. We need a very strong cloud and agentic AI partner, and we are so excited about this partnership. We're so grateful for the collaboration. So first of all, I want to say thank you to you and your team. You guys have done an amazing job. But I've been talking to all our clients here, and I guess when you think about AI and agentic systems, whether it's Gen AI to autonomous operations. And particularly when we think about that in the context of mid-market manufacturing, why do you think this moment, this time now is different? And what makes it right to bring the power of QAD and AWS together now for the benefit of our clients?
So first, we are incredibly excited about the partnership with you. So thank you for that. And I do think we're at an amazing time in technology and history with this pace of innovation. But I think as you've heard today, and something that I truly believe, that AI really needs context in which to operate. And so I think with QAD's position in manufacturing, your deep knowledge of what needs to happen in order to take product and get it out the door, I think that combination, coupled with our experience with building agentic infrastructure, the need to get the right data into the right place at the right time, I think bringing all of these things together is a real moment in which we can transform what's possible.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely, and I think a lot of our clients are now starting to get their hands into some projects, some understanding around it. So I do think that this is the time when capabilities can be tested. So when you think about when we talk about Champion AI and agentic AI, it's only as powerful as the infrastructure behind it. So I guess it would be really interesting to share, how does AWS with Bedrock, SageMaker, and your broader ecosystem, how do you make it possible for manufacturers to securely deploy these capabilities, to scale these capabilities without adding complexity or cost, which is something that, in manufacturing as it is, we want to stay away from.
Absolutely. So, our goal at AWS is to provide the best infrastructure platform in the cloud for our customers and partners to build world-class applications on top of. And so what we're trying to do is really invest so we can democratize AI, make it available at scale, really regardless of the size of organization. We want to give you all access to the best technology that the largest companies in the world have access to at a price point that's cost-effective, that's highly secure and easy to deploy. And so I think the products that we offer are really aimed at making sure you have the best available hardware powering these agents, you have the best and most secure infrastructure, and then on top of that, you can layer on QAD and Red Zone's expertise and understanding of the end-to-end manufacturing process, and then together we can really help you drive the outcomes that matter to all of you in terms of your business outcomes.
Yeah. No, I think, it's been fantastic working with your team really tightly, trying to think through how do we architect our capabilities. And I know we are very, very excited about, I know Ron is already going, yeah, no, it's been fantastic to build. Perhaps maybe a word, because I do get this question every now and then, is there only one LLM? Is there only one question? But I know that, Matt and you guys, you've been thinking through this whole, how will things develop in the future? And so perhaps share your thoughts on that,
Absolutely. So, we're in a place and a point in time where the pace of innovation is incredibly rapid. I think your point about, there's no time to wait. When I talk to customers, my point of view is if you're not leaning in now, you are going to be left behind. And so, to your question about is there only going to be one LLM? Absolutely not. We really believe that models are going to evolve every couple of weeks. There's going to be a new best model. We're going to see domain-specific models. And so that was baked into our strategy from the beginning. With our inference platform, Bedrock, the idea was that we wanted to give you a stable platform on which to build applications, knowing that the models would change and evolve. And so we've invested in our own. We're partnered with folks like Anthropic. You see open source models. And so our promise to our customers and partners is that no matter what model shows up in 2 months, in 6 months, in 2 years, you'll always be able to have that model in Bedrock with which to build applications. So we're trying to future-proof the underlying layers so that the applications that you build can take advantage of all that innovation without massive upgrades or massive replatforming.
And I think that's a really important point, right? Because there shouldn't be a fear of lock-in, right? And in this case, we're not talking about lock-in. We're talking about having a very strong architecture and fundamentals that will allow you to be able to access, the next best model and the next best capability
Absolutely.
As it comes through. And I think that's very relevant because who knows, what model and what speeds and what changes we will see as we move forward. The space is moving so quickly, right? Yeah.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think the pace of innovation is incredibly fast. And actually, the beneficiaries are all of you. I mean, I think what you've seen with the price of inference, it's come down maybe 10x in the last 18 months. We've also seen demand climb. And I get asked a lot, what's going to happen in the next 5 years in AI? And I start laughing because I have no idea. But the thing that I can promise is that, with AWS, we're committed to providing the best of whatever that innovation is in a way that's secure and cost-effective and easy to build upon. And then I think with our partnership with you, that should really translate into value for all of the folks in the audience.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you for that. Well, look, I was just talking about speed to value with Steve, as you might have heard behind. Now, I wanted to ask the same question to you also, because what you've seen across many other clients in manufacturing space, how is AWS helping customers really work on speed to value to be able to go from experimentation, which, a lot of clients are keen to test first, maybe do a POC, but how do you go from that experimentation to measurable outcomes? Like, how do you do that quick, and how do you accelerate even further,
So I think speed disproportionately matters. I love your vision and commitment to get things deployed in 90 days or less. I think that's amazing. We've been talking to our customers about the same mindset. You really have to get out of a years and months and into a weeks and days mental model, because I think the pace is there, the technology is there to make that possible, and I think it's really an amazing time. And so, when we sit down with our customers, the biggest difference we see between those that are successful in getting to production and those that remain in the cool prototype phase, it's really a mental model. So one is, you've got to start with a business outcome in mind. What are you trying to drive? Is it time to market? Is it efficiency? Is it better output? Is it reduction in drudgery? I'm a big believer in AI taking the mundane out of our day-to-day, by the way, so I love that part of your philosophy. The second piece is that data is your differentiator. The only way to make AI interesting and unique is to have it connected to the things that you uniquely know about your customers, your businesses. And so I think what you've got with the knowledge of the manufacturing process, what Boomi brings to the table with integration, hugely valuable. There's this idea that I talk about a lot. It's from a book called Extreme Ownership, but it's that discipline equals freedom. So when you have good governance, good guardrails, you can innovate fast. And I think that's also espoused in your philosophy. And then the final piece is you got to lean in. There is no time to wait. The rate of change that's happening means that if you miss out on 3 months of experience or 6 months of experience, you're going to be dramatically behind those that started already. And so those are the pieces that we try and bring together to really enable speed.
Great, great. Well, look, I mean, I think that was one of the core decision parameters for us. You know, who's the partner who can help us bring this speed to value, and we're very glad to partner with you on that. So no, I know you said you can't predict the future, right? But I would like to hear from you a little bit, because you know you are working on it. You are the guys who are kind of putting a lot of investment. You are trying to understand how things will move, what will change. So what do you think when you think in the world of manufacturing, when you think about a frontline worker and how we want to equip and enable this frontline worker, what do you think? What is going to evolve, and what's AWS's perspective on that?
Yeah. So I'm incredibly optimistic about the future. I mean, I really do think that AI, agentic AI, I think of them as Iron Man suits for all of us. I think they're huge force multipliers for our skills and potential. And so to me, that's an incredibly exciting piece. There are a couple of customers that I worked with. So one was in the aerospace manufacturing. So think about building satellites and other elements going into space. Now, that's a highly regulated manufacturing process. Every project has its own requirements and specification and documentation. So we did something relatively simple with them. We got that entire corpus of regulation into an AI system that really saved hours per day for their engineers, having to look up what part, what spec, what torque was needed on a particular part for a particular project. And this was something that was implemented in under 3 months, contained use case, and the biggest impact was engineers coming to their management going, when is the next set of manuals getting into this process? Because it's actually saving time on the floor, and it's saving useless time, which was looking stuff up. So that was one. We had another customer in the pharma space, so think about clinical manufacturing, highly process-controlled environment, a lot of manual data and synthesis, and they're saving tens of thousands of hours a year, and that gets channeled into productive work. So I think we're just scratching the surface of what's going to be possible. And all of you are, you're making things. You're actually manipulating atoms, like Steve talked about, us working on electrons. And I think when agentic AI meets all of you in the world of manipulating atoms, I do think magic is going to happen. So I'm very optimistic about what we'll do together.
Great, great. Well, I am also very optimistic, albeit I think our price of electricity is going to go up with all these.
Well, we're working on that too. So.
No, but great. Well, look, thank you very much. We appreciate the partnership. We think these deep partnerships and thinking from a perspective of what supports our clients and how we help our clients. And as I said, this is a show me audience. This is not a tell me audience. Yep. We are stepping away from talking the marketing slides. We want to be able to present capabilities here and now, and you're making it possible for us to do it with a lot of confidence. So I really appreciate the partnership. Thank you so much. Thanks for making the time, man.
It's a pleasure. Excited to build together.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Well, I was very, very keen and very excited to share these two partnerships with you. They are, as I said, meaningful, deep partnerships that we believe are crucial in delivering our manufacturing platform. And I wanted to make sure that you can hear from these leaders yourself. All right. Well, back to Katie. Thank you so much.
All right, my friends, well, absolutely incredible morning, and we are just getting started. A huge thank you to Sanjay for setting the tone for the rest of the day. And while we're here in Dallas, I just want to give you a heads up that the rest of the world is also tuned in to this event because QAD just issued 3 press releases announcing the news of the show. You can find those right inside the app. They're awesome articles, so make sure you take a read. And now it's your chance to go grab some coffee. We're going to send you off to a break real quick, and then we're going to be back here at 11 a.m. sharp because we have something extremely exciting for you. And make sure you're here on time because there's some cowboys and cowgirls that are going to put on quite a performance for you. So head on out to break. We'll see you back here at 11 a.m. and stay tuned.